So you have probably heard about the Kai Cenat and the magician Max Major's situation. It is crazy. The Kai Cenat and the Max Major situation is crazy. Is wild. So I actually disagree with what people said about that whole situation, because most people said it's the Max Major's fault for doing that, which I kind of agree, because doing that kind of stuff with the rope and the neck, and doing that in front of a 200K people live viewers, with them, with most of them being kids, children, because a good amount of guys and as subscribers are children. I'm not saying they are like Fortnite kind of children, but they are probably young kids on his as his fans. So yeah, doing that kind of stuff in front of that many people is not even if we wearing kids, just doing that on a live stream is insane. Is just wild thought. So if you don't know about the situation, I will give you the context. So there's two people on the for this story. You need to know about two people for this story. The Kai Cenat and the magician called Max Major. The Kai Cenat is probably the biggest streamer currently in the English speaking community right now. With I think he I with I think he's the I think Iba is kind of like a Spanish, but yeah, for English speaking community, Kai Cenat is probably the biggest streamer currently right now. I think he just came after doing his Mafiathon 2, which is basically Sabathon, but from it Kai Cenat's stream. The reason why it's called Mafiathon is because his fan base is called Mafia, so Kai Mafia, so it's called Mafiathon too. And it has an insane amount of celebrities, and it actually broke records, because after 30 days of streaming around 620 hours, and with the average viewers of 100K viewers, and the peak being 600K viewers, live viewers. I'm talking about live viewers and English speaking community. So yeah, it was a pretty big deal, and he actually broke the record for the amount of subscribers he had. I think after ending the whole marathon tour, he had like around 720K subscribers. That's insane. That's crazy. So he's probably the biggest streamer currently now I think he actually made a trailer with having Kim Kardashian on it. Kim Kardashian, and there was a lot of celebrities appearing. Snoop Dogg, Chris Brown. Is a loser, but Chris Brown. The thing. Miranda Cruz, I think, is that the name of the iCarly girl? So yeah, iCarly girl, and then me, there was Shakespeare, there was Sisa, there were Lizzo. So there's well a lot of people appearing on his stream. He's a pretty big pop. He's a pretty big guy. In terms of, I think people come on his stream to actually promote their movie, promote their TV, everything, promote their music. Because Quavo came on the show, DDG came on the show, Sisa, Lizzo, all these kind of people, and Snoop Dogg actually came on this show. He's pretty popular among the celebrities and the mainstream audience, so he's kind of that guy right now. He's that guy right now. Right now. That guy is called Max Major. He's a magician. He has a YouTube channel called Max Major or something like that. So he actually made a video after doing this kind of quote unquote prank. So the Max Major guy and the Kaisen knew of each other before this specific situation. Max Major guy actually came onto his live stream before, and there was Drewski present, and there was G Herbo, for the rapper from Chicago, Chirac, the war in Chirac. I actually remember. I think that's really old if you actually think about it. The war in Chirac, the DJ Academy. I didn't watch war in Chirac at the moment that was going through, but I think I was really a fan of Everyday Struggle, the show that the act did with Joe Budden. So yeah, I was really a fan of Everyday Struggle. I actually kind of enjoyed. I didn't enjoy it after Joe Budden left. The other, I think the both of them had really good dynamic. They can go really back and forth with Joe Budden being the old head, and being the being the torch bearer for the SoundCloud era people. Yeah, After the stars came on, and the came on. I think the show was in the same after Joe Budden left, because there was no back and forth. I think Joe Budden and DJ Academy can really put on a show and be entertaining to a lot of people, but the rest of them weren't that entertaining. So yeah, I didn't really enjoy. But I like Ak. I like Ak. He's really funny. I actually rewatch some of his live stream where he goes on a rant about Meek Milan also. It's really funny, so I really like that. The first three times, I think the first couple of times, the Max Major guy, magician guy, actually came onto the Kai Cenat stream. The Kai Cenat was always trying to be expose his magics and stuff. Let's get this out of the way. Everybody who's watching this now, if you're watching this, you probably know the magic is not real. It's not real. It's a trick. But you actually get surprised. You actually entertain it, because it's actually just funny, man. Just seeing some kind of wild thing in front of you happen, and you're wondering, oh wow, how did that came to be? That's actually interesting. That's actually, if you are a normal human being and you're like you probably enjoy watching magic, unless you are a pessimistic loser who just, oh, this isn't real, bro, this is not real. We know this isn't real, but we actually enjoy it because it's actually funny. Or on the Kai Cenat stream where I kind of acting disrespectful toward the guy, the magician guy. I think most people took it as a kind of funny way. I think, yeah, after watching some of the clips, it's definitely made in a funny way, but it's kind of getting really annoying for after some time, because all this magic is performed in the gentleman's agreement of, we know what we are doing, we know what we are doing, people watching know what we are doing, so just put on a show and actually enjoy the moment, rather than being, oh bro, this is not real, and be that loser. So after doing all that stuff, the magician or took it personal. He had like a Michael Jordan moment where I took it personal. It offends me. So he decided to prank Kaisen as a revenge. So during the Sabathon, during the Mafiathon tour, they had the guy was brought to his basketball court, and basketball court where the magician was there, Max Major was there, and he was with his people, the professional, and he actually warned people, these are all supervised by professional. You shouldn't do this at home. Don't try this at home. And he actually gave three ropes to Kai and asked him to pull the one, and shit is going to happen. There was a neck and there was a knob. There was a neck and there was a rope. So by pulling a rope, some things will go up, some things will not go up. So everybody assumed nothing bad was going to happen, and actually it happened. So everybody panicked, and after the everybody panicked, Sexy Red was there. Everybody panicked. Everybody was know what was going to happen. And the first thing, and the second, for the first or second thing, the Kaisen was said. The first thing he said was, "Hey, is it good?" Second thing he was that, I'm going to get banned, bro. What is this? So yeah, the first thing after you seeing a guy get elevated on a rope is, I'm going to get banned without actually caring about the person, is kind of wild, bro. It's kind of insane just to see. So yeah, that's kind of a really shitty thing to witness. Actually, after watching that clip, I actually I think the most people were saying, why didn't you stop it before it actually happened? If you are seeing a guy on a rope with his neck out there, and you didn't stop because it was you didn't stop, why didn't you stop it? Most people would probably stop it because kind of stupid. Just don't do that stuff on a stream. Don't put that stuff on a live stream. It's kind of insane. He actually approved of doing. He actually participated after after. I think he probably did that because he got tired of me, tired of. I think after like, I think live streaming 30 days was straight will take. Will you probably won't get any new ideas for doing a lot of things after sure. I think his brain was really on kind of really autopiloting, and he actually didn't really expect things to go the way it did, which probably is a fair thing to say. After all this kind of stuff, he got panicked, and people were, I think the crew that was as a backup for the magician's play came and did all this stuff, and people were trying to figure out, okay, what is going on right now. Guy was panicked, people around him was panicked, and he didn't know what he was witnessing and what's really going on right there. So after some time, the guy came back to the house because the one of the people in the magician's crew said to go back and actually let them take care of it and actually do that kind of stuff, which I agree is kind of really practical thing to say because Kai doesn't know anything about his the whole magician's way of doing things, and actually them taking accountability for the things they did, which kind of makes sense. When I say accountability, I'm not talking about accountability for doing this kind of public stunt in a for a live streaming audience. Coming back to the house, guy got a URL, which was the video that Max Major uploaded to his YouTube channel where he said this is all a prank. If you're watching this video, that means things have actually gone bad or it's actually gone wrong. In that case, it was actually his plan. This was all his plan all along. This was his revenge. This was his revenge after this getting disrespect by Kai and his fucking loser streamer friends. So summarize the whole situation. Kai Senad brought this magician into his stream before, and magician playing some magic tricks. Everybody on the Kai Senad stream trying to expose him or trying to act in a disrespectful way. At least that's what the Max Major guy perceived as, and he decided to get a revenge on guys and by doing pulling this kind of crazy stuff, which is just everybody was angry at the guy because of what he did, which was just understandable. But I think people don't really. I think people are missing the point of the guy, of what Kai Cenat did, because for Kai Cenat it's jokes, it's just funny, it's just him being funny. But for the magician, it's actually his living, it's actually the way he makes money, he actually the way he feeds his family, he feeds himself, and he feeds these crews. So he probably takes it really personal because everybody would take it really personal. You probably wouldn't care about it, and I probably wouldn't care about it, and Kaisana probably wouldn't care about it, but he really cares about it because that's how he actually makes a living. To really fuck with a person's living, to fuck with the person's living is actually a dog shit thing to do. Uh, and he didn't have to really do that. That's the main thing that I'm not trying to get you understand, because what Kai did was really stupid and really dumb. Because hey man, you know what, this is not real, we know this is not real, but just act like this is kind of entertainment and stuff. The stuff that you do on the character that you play for the stream, the stuff like that, it's all make believe. Everything is make believe, man. So I wouldn't say what the Max Major guy did was really that bad, because he actually just, I think this is probably a good way to see this is like when the Chable Ronaldo kid got fucking slapped by the guy for taking his hat off, because yeah, sometimes you need to fuck around and find out. He found out the same way Carson found out. I don't think he actually found out, because I think most people are not bringing up this kind of point. They don't really fuck with the person's leaving. This is like the prank people, the pranksters all going to a minimum wage working employees and actually annoying them, because we are annoying them. For them it's kind of a funny content for YouTube, but for that person it's actually if the job is not that really interesting or really fun to do. A minimum wage for the people that are working at the McDonald's and stuff. For the prank guy to become and do this kind of funny thing is just fucking stupid. Same way, don't really fuck with the person's living. That's how they make money. So yeah, why would you do that? Don't do that. I think people miss that point. I haven't seen enough people bringing that point up, because when talking about, people are taking Max Major's guy's side, people are taking guys and side, but people are missing the point of what he actually did for the person to make to that guy for him to do this stuff. So there's an action. So the Max Major guy didn't really suddenly decide to pull this kind of stunt randomly. There was an action the guy Senna did to that Max Major guy, which caused the magician to do a reaction. So it's kind of really physics, baby. It's kind of physics. Richard Feynman. We call it this. Doing all this stuff after pulling this kind of prank, the Max Major guy disappeared. But the guys and our crew actually got a guy from the crew and actually tried to explain to the and actually tried to get him to explain to the people that they didn't know what was happening. The Kaisenat didn't know what was happening. The Kaisenat people didn't know what was happening. This was all planned and did by the magician's scroll. The magician replied to Kaisen and say, let it be. Meaning, I think the current belief is that the Max Major guy is a piece of shit. So he said just the story be what it is. He doesn't need to do he doesn't really want to do any kind of explain and stuff like that. So yeah, that's probably the end to this story. But I just want to say this kind of point, and I actually want people to bring this up when discussing about this topic, because people just kind of miss the main point. That's the main point of this story. He didn't randomly just decide to pull this kind of prank, which is not that good, but to pull this kind of prank on Kai Sena, probably the biggest streamer in the English community. Kai did some stupid stuff to him, which actually fucked with his living. So yeah, he wanted to get a revenge. So yeah, that's probably it. That's the video. I'll see you in the next video.